Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Hey everyone, welcome to class. This one is all about stretching out the hips and the shoulder. These are not your hips and your shoulders. This is a really nice feel-good sequence. You know, whenever you wake up or you've just done activities that make your shoulders feel like they're hunched and rounded and immobilized, or your hips are super tight and achy, this is a great sequence to just bring some freedom back to these areas. The only props we're going to use today are blocks. They're mostly optional, I would say. If you've got a bolster that you want to use instead, that will probably work too. And if you have nothing, you just want to roll with it freely, that's fine too. We're going to begin with our hips on a block, lying down. So you just need one to start. Begin with the feet about hip width apart, and then lift the hips up and slide the block under the sacrum on its medium height. So just take a moment here, make sure you feel pretty stable. You can hang out right here if this feels like all you're in the mood for. Otherwise, extend the left leg out and draw the right knee up toward the chest. So maybe you can catch the shin or the knee, or if you need to, you can just stay behind the knee at the thigh. Keep the shoulders back, keep the neck relaxed. The head is nice and heavy. The heel on the left leg is touching the floor. So you'll feel a nice stretching sensation through the hip flexors on the left side. Relax the foot on the left. Relax the quads. And continue to breathe. Take a couple more breaths right here. Then when you're ready, inhale, plant the left foot back on the floor, gently release the right side, and we'll switch. So extend the right leg, draw the left knee in towards you, and grab wherever you can on the left leg. Hug it in close, relax the right leg so it's soft. The heel is down, the quads are relaxed. Take 2 more breaths. Exhale, release the left leg. Draw the right knee in, plant both feet on the mat, and just take a breath or two right here. So slowly lift the hips, move your block out from underneath you, and press the lower back down into the mat. So I'm gonna keep my block just because I'm gonna use it, but it's optional. We're gonna extend the left leg, pull the right knee in, and then come into a half twist. So the right knee is gonna drop over to the left. I'm gonna rest my leg on the block. You don't have to. If it can come to the floor or it can hover comfortably, that's fine. But I want you to feel supported so that you can actually relax the right shoulder open. So the legs are at ease. You don't feel like you're engaging anything to hold this shape. Soften the right shoulder back. So feel the chest open up. And breathe deeply, sending the inhales all the way down into the belly. And with each exhale, try to relax the upper back, the area between the shoulder blades, and the right side of the chest. Inhale, bring everything back to the center. We're gonna switch. So extend the right leg out, pull the left knee in, and then drop it over to the right side. You can support the left leg on a block if you want. Open up the left arm. And come back to that same type of awareness with your breath. Inhaling, sending the breath down to the belly. Exhaling, softening the upper, the mid-back, space between the shoulder blades, the left side of the chest. Imagine the breath doing part of the work of relaxation. Cueing your physical body to soften. Two more breaths. On an inhale, move your block if you're using it. Start to pull the knees in toward the chest and just give yourself a big hug. Squeeze in towards the midline. Whenever you're ready, gently rock up. Keep your blocks within arm's reach, but you don't need them immediately. Not mandatorily anyway. So I'm gonna keep them right at the top of my mat. I want you just to come to a regular child's pose. Feet together, knees nice and wide, hips drop back. Relax the forehead down. Breathe. With each exhale, let the hips get a little bit heavier. Take two more inhales right where you are. Again, exhaling and softening with each breath out. Now, if this feels good, I want you to stay put. If you want a little bit more for the shoulders, bring your blocks at the lowest height, about shoulder width apart. Take the elbows to the blocks, drop the head down between them, and then bringing the hands to prayer, exhale and pull the thumbs toward the back of the neck. Breathe. Take 2 or 3 more breaths. And straighten out the arms, lift the chest. You can also stay in child's pose. We're gonna move into puppy otherwise. So just adding more layers to this type of shape. Walk the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders, far ahead of you. Push the hips back so they line up over the knees, then drop the chest straight down. You can come down to the chin or you can come down to the forehead, whatever feels attainable. Soften the belly, relax the chest. Inhale, come up. We'll take a couple rounds of cat-cow just to kind of feel like you need to rinse it out. And cat-cow feels like that. I don't know. It's like water in yoga. Just kind of refreshes everything. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, pull the chest through, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Come back to neutral. I want you to come down to the forearms. You can interlace the hands, like you can clasp them or you can keep the palms down. We're gonna find dolphin. So tuck the toes, lift the hips up, walk the feet in as close to the elbows as you can comfortably get without dragging the head on the mat. Relax the neck. Maybe let the eyes close and breathe. Can you line the ears up with the biceps? One more breath in. And exhale, come back down to the knees. Walk the hands under the shoulders, lift the hips high, down dog, nothing fancy. Relax the heels down towards the floor, maybe pedal out the feet as if you need to, if you want to. Take a breath in and a breath out. Go ahead and look forward. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop the knees down. So options, you can slide your blocks or, both blocks or one block underneath the hands to make this feel a little bit lighter of a stretch, a lighter sensation, but that's totally up to you. You can also come straight down to the floor. So we're gonna hold here for a few breaths, just allowing our bodies to ease into this shape. So I want you to notice the right side, the right hip, kind of dropping down, softening with each exhale. So much of our ability to stretch and relax has to do with our breath. When we feel restricted in our breathing or breathing is labored or anxious, our bodies are absolutely not going to feel safe enough to soften. So as you're here, try to remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that your body is safe. Lengthen the exhales a little bit. Let yourself surrender. You can stay here. If you want a little bit more, take your right hand down underneath the chest, and then open up the left arm back. Again, you can stop right there, or you can bend the back knee, catch the foot, and keep sinking the hips down. Open up the chest. So now you're kind of focused on both areas, the hip on the right side especially, also on the left, and then open up that left shoulder back to get into the chest, mobilize the shoulder blades. And breathe for 3, 2, 1. Gently release the back foot if you're there. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, sit back, downward facing. Hang out here for a moment. If you're ready, when you're ready, soften the knees a little bit and take the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Maybe you can catch the ankle. Maybe it's a little higher on the leg. You might have to walk the hands closer to the feet just a touch. One more breath in. Exhale, release back to the center. Now look to the hands, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, take the hips down. So option to use your block. You obviously don't have to, up to you. Left hip is dropping down. Now I want you to also take the right toes just very slightly open to the side. So instead of being at 12 o'clock, maybe you're at 1, 2, between 1 and 2. Sink the hips down and relax. And we're back to that breath. What is your breath communicating to your body? That sounds so hippie, so crunchy, and I'm so sorry. But it really does make a difference. If you're, this is painful, like this kind of thing, you're resistant. So obviously your body is going to be like, yes, resist. That's what we need to do. So instead, can you free your breath? Slow it down. Proceed with less resistance. Remember, you can stay put right here if this is enough, or you can take the left hand straight down under the chest. Open up the right arm. Option to stay here too, or bend the back knee, catch the foot, sink the hips forward. Take 3 more breaths. Open up the right side of the chest, the right shoulder. Exhale, gently release. Take both hands down, step back, downward dog. So we're gonna adjust a little bit. You can stay in regular down dog or slide the hands back like half a step, soften the knees. Take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle and take a little twist. So notice if you're leaning all of your weight into the right side, I want you to make sure the weight is evenly distributed between both feet. And that right hand is just to kind of stabilize you. Inhale, come back to the center. We're gonna take an easy vinyasa. So shift your weight forward to plank, drop the knees. Exhale, lower down halfway. Roll the shoulders back, find cobra. And then sit up and back, find downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, shift forward. Come down all the way to your tummy. We're gonna find Sphinx. So bring the elbows under the shoulders, palms down. And think of, you're not actually gonna do that, but visualize sliding the top of your mat towards your hips. So it doesn't actually move, of course, but you're sort of keeping the upper body lightly active. It helps draw the shoulder blades down the back. Take 2 more breaths in Sphinx. And then exhale, gently come down all the way to your chest. I want you to take the left arm out to the side, palm faces down, turn onto your left side so that the feet are stacked. Pay attention, your right hand is just in front of the chest to help you stay stable. I want you to bend the right knee only and see if you can catch the right foot from the top. So it's almost like you're in a tipped over half bow pose. What a name. Tipped over half bow. That's not a thing. We're gonna make it one. Relax the neck, keep it neutral. Should feel a nice opening through the chest. A little activation between the shoulders that's gonna help you hold a healthier neutral posture. Take one more breath in. Exhale, gently release that right foot. Turn it over to the front. Find Sphinx again. So you can stay here, or you can take half bow from this position. So right side only, the left arm is gonna stay down. You might walk it a little bit more central, or at least take the left hand and point it towards 1 o'clock. So the elbow is still under the left shoulder, but the hand is moved off to the corner. So then bend the right knee, catch the inside of that foot, and start to kick the foot into the hand. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, gently release. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So stretch your right arm out, straight out from the shoulder, not much higher or lower, and turn onto your right. Stack the feet. You can hold here for just a moment. And then when you're ready, bend the left knee, catch the top of the foot, and start to kick into the hand. So again, we're in this kind of tipped over half bow. Should feel a nice lengthening through the quads, the hip flexors, and then really focus on drawing that left shoulder back. Moving the shoulder blades closer to each other. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Turn back over onto your front. We're gonna find Sphinx again, just for a moment. And now we're gonna do half bow on the other side. You don't have to sit up. I'm just just readjusting my microphone so you can hear. We're doing the same thing. This time from Sphinx, keep your right elbow where it is and just move the right hand over toward the left at like 10, 11 o'clock. And then bend the left knee, reach for the inside of that foot and kick the foot into the hand. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Plant the hands. Sit back in child's pose, feet together, knees wide. Walk the hands forward. Think of moving the upper ribs down, point them down towards the hips. your next breath in, lift the chest. Have a seat, turn towards me. Relax the shoulders down the back. Sit up tall. Bring the hands up to the heart center. Let the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now there is a full-length version of this class that just continues longer inside Bad Yogi Studio. That's my digital studio where all my classes live. There's short ones like you see on YouTube, and then there's much longer ones. So if you like what you see here, you will love Bad Yogi Studio. Drop down to the description below and you'll see a link that'll get you a free 2-week trial. I would love to see you there, but if I do, great. If I don't, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you right back here next time. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this class, you will love Bad Yogi Studio. Make yoga your new morning ritual. With hundreds of classes just under 30 minutes, the perfect amount of time to kickstart your day and start everything off on a high note. Welcome to class. I would love to see you inside Bad Yogi Studio with me, so tap the link below and get your free 14-day trial. I'll see you there.